Okay, I think I am live. Let's see what is going on here. Okay. We will just go and share this and see if anyone comes in yet. So let's figure out how to do that. Hey, yes, see, I am live. See, I figured it out this time. I figured it out. Yay. I think you're the only one here, though. Can you hear me okay? I'm going to try to go and share this stream over on Twitter if I can figure out how to do that. But that's what I'm trying to do right now. So, um, I know there's a way that I can open these windows. Hi, welcome, hello, more people, yay! Okay, yeah. Let me see. I'm not good at this. I'm new at this. You got to forgive me. I don't even know how to get to where my stream was so I can share it. But I'm working on this. I'm working on this. Let's see what we can do here. See if I can find me. Haha. Ah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what we wanted to do. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's not what we wanted to do. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do this. Okay. You two handle chat. Awesome. Thank you, GGB. I will, I'm going to go share this real quick and see if we can get some more people in here. I feel bad. Claire messaged me earlier, like 2 hours ago. I didn't even get the message. I'm like, what is going on with my phone? And I feel bad because I asked her for help. So she's going to think I'm crazy. You know what I don't understand? How do you make someone a moderator? Oh, I guess it might be um, okay, let's see. I'm going through the settings again. I really should have, already done this. Yep, no clue what I'm doing here. I'll figure it out eventually. Hey, Nikki. Welcome to my live stream. It's kind of, all over the place and, not very coordinated, but I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm trying to share it over on Twitter, but I'm not very good at this, and I'm kind of slow. I'm kind of old too, but that's just how things go. Okay, okay. Okay, Teresa says, I think you have to be in YouTube. Then you click on their name and select make a mod, I think. I am going to have to totally figure all of this out. It's not like I need any moderators right now anyway, because there's like not enough people in here to need one. But, you know, I'm sure at some point I might need to figure that bad boy out. Okay, so interesting stuff tonight. Okay, I've got like a lot of stuff I want to talk about. So I'm just going to start talking. But the first most interesting thing was my sister, bless her heart, she's a 911 dispatcher. Gotta love her. But she found out that our local Walmart is currently on fire. Yay for Walmart. Not just a like, oh my God, the place is so bad, it's a mess on fire, like literally on fire. If I could figure out how to get the picture up here, I would totally share it. But yes, the Walmart, it is on fire. And it probably needed to be. But, you know, it happens. I don't know why it's on fire, but it's on fire. I'll get details later. Oh, wow. Hi, Grace Case. Hi, Miss Cassandra. Y'all are back. Yay. I feel special. Everyone's here. Yay. Okay. Okay, I'm stopping the door. Okay. Juju, I'm flailing. Okay. There I've got other stuff I want to talk about, but let me try to figure out and see if I can find this picture of the burning Walmart real quick. Because this was kind of funny. It was kind of like, yeah, this is the way today has been. Everything is a mess. So I keep forgetting I need to actually use my laptop more because I'm so used to using my phone for everything. Okay, so let's. Oh, I am logged in. Yay. Okay, now let's see if I can get the messages. Okie dokie. I don't even know how to use Facebook on a computer anymore. This is funny. Okay, so 2 hours ago from the Noonan Coweta scanner traffic, the Walmart is officially on fire. Let's see if I can find out if I can remember how to share this. Okay, we are going to share screen. Share screen. Okay. Okay, am I sharing this thing yet? Oh, Chrome tab. Okay. What am I wanting to share here? What am I sharing? Am I sharing anything? I don't think I'm sharing anything yet. Okay, yes, this is what we wanted to share. See, my Walmart is on fire. So this was 2 hours ago when the sun was still up. But yeah, yeah. I'm thinking it got mad. that Aldi, because Aldi is right next to it, just, it was like, just gave it the what for, but okay. So, okay, let's figure out now how we stop sharing this stuff. Okay. Oh, look, I figured that out too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so, hey, Shug, nice to see you here. Hey. Yeah, that's most Walmarts right now. There's nothing in them anymore. It's like you got to go to three different stores to get everything anymore. Like, come on already. So, oh no, what did I just do? I just turned everything off. I really have to stop pushing buttons out of the blue. And see, I'm really surprised because someone had to get really mad at that Walmart because that Walmart is in like the bougie part of town. Like, it's the probably the safest Walmart on planet Earth. But yeah, someone got mad at that one. It just, no, not today, not today. Oh, so I wanted to talk to everyone too because now we got more people in here. Yay, more people. So I don't know why I have my earbuds in anyway. Like, I totally don't know why I have earplugs in. But uh, so I am about to have a lot of free time on my hands, and I mean a lot of free time on my hands. Because I'm gonna have surgery. Like, it's something I've talked about in other chats and, you know different places. But I'm about to have surgery, and it's gonna take, from what I have read, 3 to 6 weeks to heal from this, possibly longer. And yeah, learning to stream, and my Walmart's on fire, and now yeah, that's pretty much it so far. Yeah. Um. So I was thinking, what can I do in my spare time? And obviously, thanks to Juju and a couple of other people saying, hey, you've got time, stream. Mostly Juju. Um, I was like, hey, I'm gonna stream. But I was like, what am I gonna stream about? It's like I can come on here and I can just talk and talk and talk. But I've really been thinking about it, and a lot has been going on. Like, my life is kind of like crazy and has always been crazy since I was about 16, 15. Okay, let's say 15. And a lot of like comical and not so comical things have happened. So I want to talk about some of that. And the biggest thing I want to talk about is I had a friend that I went to high school with who went missing. And it was later found out that she had been murdered. So, what I want to do is I want to jump in and take a look at that, at her case, and, you know, kind of like remember her because she didn't have a long life. She was, I believe, 17 when she passed away and or lost her life. I mean, it was horrible. It was tragic, and it was crazy. And I know a lot of people in the area I lived in, like that are about my age, they remember it. So it's just something, you know, I really do want to jump into and just, you know, try to deep dive into that and see what I can do with it. So if anyone is interested, I am going to be telling some crazy stories from my youth. Um, I don't know if I'm going to go into the time that I was a missing person or not. I might, because it was kind of funny. I can kind of tell that story now. Okay, you know what? Let's start with that story. The time I was a missing person. I got married at 15. Not something that should have ever been allowed to happen. A lot of loopholes, a lot of manipulation was done, um, and a lot of paying off people to get documents and stuff was done by my now ex husband and his mother, my ex mother in law. Um, so, you know, it happened. And we were together from the time I was about 15 until I was 18. And um, Miss Cassandra, missing person. What? Yeah, this is the time that I was a missing person. So my husband was my not my current husband. My current husband's great. My ex husband was insanely abusive. Okay, I shouldn't have been married to him. I was 15. It just should not have happened, right? So at the point where I got tired of it, I just left. I was like, okay, I need to go get myself cleaned up. I need help. I need to get out of this situation. And a lot was going on. And it was like I call the police on him. They would take, if they took him, then I couldn't stay where I was at. And it was a lot of BS because we lived with his family. So anytime I did call the cops, they would always try to stop him from getting arrested. And this was also back in the day. We're talking 1995, 96. So the cops didn't just arrest you for DV. They didn't. So the only way I could get away from him was just to leave. And my parents didn't know where I had gone. The only person that knew where I was my sister. But she didn't know exactly where I was. And so I left, and my mom was like, well, look, you have to file a missing persons report. And he was like, no, I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to file it. She's like, I don't know where my daughter is. We need to file a missing person report. And he wouldn't do it. But because he was my husband, he was the one that the police wanted to make that missing persons report. And he was fighting my mom for it. So finally, she got them to take the missing person report on her behalf. And when they went to go talk to him and get a picture of me, a current picture of me, so they would know what I would look like, he gave them a picture of me shooting the middle finger. He gave them the most childish picture of me that he could find. And he was like, yeah, this is her. And he thought that was funny. And the cops were like, what is going on here? So about 2 weeks had passed since that point. And I finally called my mom to let her know I was okay, which I should have done sooner than what I did, looking back on it. I did, you know, I was thinking at the time, get out of the situation. Just go. Just get out. You'll be fine. Get out. I didn't think about the other people involved. So when my mom said, look, you need to come back because you got to clear some stuff up, I was like, she finally talked me into coming back home, and I did. Well, when I did, they were in the process of getting ready to arrest my now ex-husband because they thought he had done something to me. I was like, oh my God, no way. Because he wasn't being cooperative. He wouldn't tell them anything. And the last person that talked to me was him. Like, they literally had the last phone call I made was from me to him. And then I was gone. And I was like, oh man. I was like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But it was kind of like, if I didn't leave, I was just stuck in a vicious circle. So what do? It was like I was tired of it. I'd had my limit. So yeah, um, I totally messed up. Granted, at the time I was like 17, maybe 18, and a lot of people told me, like Miss Cassandra just said, he deserved it. I mean, honestly, he wasn't being cooperative, and um, you know, um, everything. So he kind of did deserve all the stuff he got, and of course, at the time, that was a big problem with him because I knew that he was doing drugs. What I didn't know was that he was selling them too at the time. So he had all these police officers watching him. So that was that was pretty much it. Like that was I wasn't going back. I told the cops, I was like, look, I left. I was like, y'all have been there 100 times. Nothing happens. It's the same thing. Why should I go back to him? So I left. Well, I was forced to come back, but I was forced to come back to talk to the police. I did not have to see him face to face. Okay, yeah, sorry. I should have popped this up. Should said ran from your ex husband, forced to come back to him. No, I was forced to come back, but mostly asked by my mother to come back and talk to the police. When I did come back, I did not see him. I did not talk to him, and I told them I did not want to see him. Um, you know, um, so that was when I left him, and honestly, it was the best thing I did because it was horrible. And that's another thing, like people will say, hey, um, you get caught in these revolving doors with relationships, and you really do. And you know, even when you leave and you don't even know it, you'll find like you might get into another relationship and everything's fine, and then bam, you're back into that same situation again. And it's crazy how many times this happens to people. And people say, well, why don't these people just leave? And they don't understand how hard it was, at that point, at some point. But yeah, my horrible, I was a missing person story. But okay, so now something not sad and depressing and everything. I am fine though now. It was the best thing I ever did was leave him, and I was able to do a lot more with my life. I mean, this guy was controlling. I mean, he was bad. He was just, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. Now I'm 43. I'm married. I have kids. I don't know if they put a story on the news or not. I should have asked my mom more questions about it, and I really didn't. I know that there were missing persons pictures passed around about me. And and um, but I don't know if it ever made the news. I guess I could also ask my sister about it because she was there too. Um, but okay, and Shug just asked another question. Did I have my children then? So glad you got away from that situation. Um, I did have my oldest daughter at that point. Um, but she was being raised by someone else at that time. So, you know, it years later, me and her have reconnected, and I believe it was 2010 when I got me and her were back in each other's lives. So it was, it was a lot to just deal with emotionally. And even my ex-husband, he wasn't he wasn't fit to be a parent either, and he was like 6 years older than me, and that's why I said it should have never been allowed to happen. But now, my situation is I'm married. I have a great husband now. He takes care of me. He takes care of my kids, and two of my kids are not his, but all of the kids are his because he takes care of them as if all the kids were his. And um, I'm really lucky for him. He works hard to take care of everything, and he's a great guy. But my ex husband, on the other hand, is almost 50 and lives at home with his mom and is now a crack addict, from what I hear. So yeah, yeah, I did good by not sticking around. And Juju said, uh, "No one that young should be allowed to marry," and that is true. And Georgia had some really crazy laws on that. It was pretty much at the time I got married, if you were under the age of 18 and you were pregnant, you did not need parental consent to get married. And I was pregnant. So, you know, they used that, and that's how we got married. So, okay, I am saying so a lot. I've got to say that. How many times have I said that already? Like 15, 100, probably more. I'll stop doing that. um but yeah, these are kind of things I want to talk about, but I also want to use like the Wednesday night chat to not be so serious. I know I started it off serious tonight, but 87 times. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, I don't want it to be like super serious. I want us to have fun because we usually, all of us are usually in live streams that are generally serious topics. So have a place to have some fun too. So maybe just keep the Wednesday night chat um, to something more lighthearted and funny. Now I'm going to start with ums. Oh my goodness gracious! What am I doing? uh, Sorry, needed a second. So yeah, Wednesday nights keep that fun, and then like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of free time. So you know, no one's home. I'm gonna try to do some true crime stuff. Like I said, stories from my youth. Um, yeah, I think that Walmart's about toast. I need to find out from my sister if they got it put out. But you know what? Let's see if they've updated it yet. Praying for those in the store and those fighting the fire. Um, okay, sorry guys, sorry. I know I went like silent. Okay, I'm reading a comment from that right now, and it says, "For everyone asking how it happened, I was in the store at the time, but nowhere near the fire when it started. I heard someone say it was in the chemical aisle, but it kind of looked like it might have been back at the laundry and cleaning supplies. So that seems reasonable to me. I don't know anything for sure. I believe everyone got out safely. Employees were shooing everyone out pretty intensely, and the police arrived and ran in, apparently looking for anyone who might still be inside. They came back out. They came back out calmly as they possibly could or would under the circumstances. That suggests to me that they found no evidence of people still inside a few minutes after firefighters arrived and took the lead. Thank you, first responders. And apparently the fire is out, but there is significant damage to the Walmart. Man, that's sad. Now I gotta go to the other Walmart. I guess laundry is technically, Juju's right. That is technically a chemical aisle, and so is Miss Cassandra. Miss Cassandra is right too. So yeah, like everyone should have just grabbed that chocolate and like ran with it. Like what? Come on, people. So yeah, I wonder how if laundry soap is flammable. Like if we could try an experiment with that. Not tonight. There's already been one fire with laundry chemicals. Let's not do it again, especially in my house. No, no. And so yeah, even small fires mess up a whole building. Yeah, they do. I started a grease fire once. That was, oh man, that was a nightmare. See, I do some really stupid stuff, but this one isn't my fault because I was cooking, and it was one of those electric stoves, where like the dial would turn all the way around and you could turn it back to off. But it didn't go to off, and the eye just stayed on, and the pot of oil was on the stove, and it caught fire. So my boyfriend at the time threw water on the pot, and the grease went up to the cabinets. Whole kitchen lit up. It was great. So yeah, that was fun. You know what, guys? Hang on, just a second. Okay, I muted myself. So apparently, my phone has decided that Echo was not a TV. So I was like, okay, what is going on? Who's playing something? Like, come on! I'm like, what is going? Like, I can hear this. Like, what the? My phone. Oh my god! It was my phone again. My phone has been doing this all night. I was in the car earlier, driving to the store, and I'm like, the radio's not on. What's going on? All of a sudden, my phone is playing a YouTube video, and I'm like, I didn't play a video. And YouTube's not pulled up, but it's a Christina Randall video, and I'm like, what? So yeah, and yeah, should Miss Cassandra? Yeah, yeah, no, he took a pot of water and literally threw it on a pot of flaming grease. Oh my god, it was crazy. Like the cabinets caught on fire. They had to rip them out. Luckily, they got it put out. But yeah, they had to rip our cabinets out. They had to put up new sheetrock on the wall, and oh man, it was an apartment too, so we were responsible for all that damage. And yes, the ghost wanted to watch YouTube. Sometimes I think it's my mom because I still have my mom's ashes. They're in the house, but you know, sentimental. I hold on to things. It's like, look, I got the ashes. I'm gonna keep them forever. So yeah, no, I have to do something about that. But yes, I firmly think my mom does do silly stuff like that because she's still in the house. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos now. I'm kind of you're just irritating me. Did you make some coffee? No, no coffee. Okay, I'm watching YouTube." I'm rambling. I'm sorry. So okay. Well, let's see. What else can we do for tonight? That's true. Christina's story is a lot. Um, hers is probably a lot more interesting than mine. Mine's a lot of why did you make such stupid decisions? Oh, my sister's messaging me. I wonder if it's the. Oh, okay. So she just got. I thought this was as of 10:49 p.m. Traffic alert, road closure. 10:49 update. Still an active scene and hose lines are running across the highway. Please continue to utilize detours and avoid the area. Thank you. All lanes of Highway 54 at Plantera Way and the Walmart entrance will be shut down due to the fire in the area. Avoid the area. Yep. So, yes, that is the Peachtree City Walmart in Peachtree City, Georgia. So don't go there. You know, don't go there. We will have to talk about that. I am a bad rambler. I am a horrible rambler. Um, oh, Miss Cassandra. Um, it's not that she didn't want to be spread anymore or anywhere, um, but uh, but my family plot is in Texas, and my dad is there already. But me and my sisters all have to try to get together at the same time when we're not fighting, and all get to Texas together without killing each other. So yeah, we just haven't been able to do that yet. Yeah. So I have okay. I had three sisters. One was first my dad's daughter from his first marriage. She was way older than us, and she passed away 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But I believe she was in her 60s. I'm not that old. I swear I'm not that old. I'm only 43. Um, and then I have my two sisters from when my mom and dad were married, and I had two brothers. I have already talked about some crazy depressing stuff tonight. I'll get into the brother story. Maybe that'll be like another deep dive down the road. But it does have a lot of it has a lot to do with why, you know, I do appreciate when people get things like a DUI and they learn a lesson from it. And then when people get a DUI and then they brush it off, it kind of pisses me off because, you should really learn something from that. And that's all we're going to say about it. We're not going to talk about she who shall not be named right now. KJ. But okay, that's it. That's all she gets. That's all she gets. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's it. Done. I have spent way too much time, and we are going to have some fun. We are not here for that. So, other things I want to do. I have hummingbirds. I know some of these people here know this, especially Juju. I talk about my hummingbirds all the time. I had 10 of them this year, 10 little baby hummingbirds, and I am going to get some pictures of them eventually. I'm going to catch I'm going to catch them on film. especially the one little girl. There's one little girl that is baiting my cat so bad. Hey, Flutter Bear. Thank you for stopping by. Um, but yes, I want to get some pictures of my hummingbirds, and I do want to do like some gardening stuff, but that's gonna be like a minute because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that for like 6 weeks while I'm healing. So I've really got to find some stuff to do while I'm, healing up from a surgery, and hopefully, the ghost won't keep turning YouTube on in like the middle of the night like it's been doing, or randomly when I'm in the car. Um, because that would be kind of scary. Oh my goodness. So, true crime story. I want to hear the whole thing. Yeah, yeah. Um, I am still waiting. Shug asked when is my surgery. I am still waiting to talk to my doctor, my doctor's office to schedule because they obviously have to do insurancy stuff and get it okayed. But I have a condition. I was diagnosed with complex hyperplasia without atypia, and so that requires me to have a full hysterectomy. I know, sharing a little bit too much information there, but I am going to have that done. And luckily, my doctor is doing it robotically, so I shouldn't have to stay in the hospital, which is a plus. And I should be able to come home the same day. And you know, um, then once I get home from having the surgery, heal up, and hopefully that's only going to take like 6 weeks. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting on to hear is when I'm gonna have to have surgery, and you know all that other fun stuff. Then you get to tell us a spooky story. Okay, I figured this out once on how to post a link or post something, and you know what? Now I can't figure it out. Can't do it. This is driving me crazy. I really need a regular mouse, and I keep pulling up this other thing. What am I doing? I am really hoping I can, at least do some of this justice, because I've got my one friend who passed away. I've got another friend that's in prison, and I would like to tell his story because he got railroaded. He got railroaded really bad, and he's serving life without the possibility of parole. and he's never going to get out, and he's already in his 60s. And you know what? I was talking about my family earlier, and I just totally left off that too. But yeah, I have two sisters. Essentially, I have two sisters left. So let's talk about that. So I have two sisters left. It's just me and my other sister, and then her sister. And this is actually my second live stream. So I'm a jumble. I'm still a jumbly mess. I should have made notes. I totally didn't do that. I meant to do that. That was a goal. That was a list, and I just didn't do it. So yeah, I promise I will get better with that. Um, and oh, Shug, thank you. It's all good, y'all. And I will take all the thoughts, prayers, and everything. Guys, I'm all over the place. Okay, so let's get back and into some sort of order here. So we're gonna go back to the family. I got my two sisters, and they are both older than me. My oldest sister's a 911 dispatcher. I don't know what my other sister does. We don't talk. It just is what it is. We don't get along. And that's okay. We're adults. We know we don't have to. If we can't get along, we're better off just not being together. So that's just how it is. Um, she does talk to my kids. I'm okay with that. As long as she's not being mean to them. Um, it is what it is. Me and my oldest sister, though, we are really close. Like I said, she's a 911 dispatcher. She works a lot. I hardly ever get to see her. I wish I got to see her more. My sister, she does have some stories, man. I had to get her to just stop telling me stories because I was like, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I mean, not first responders, they go through a lot of like mental hell, like with these 911 calls. But there was a funny one. Well, we can talk about this one funny one. We will talk about this one. Um, she used to be a 911 dispatcher for East Point, Georgia, which is surprisingly where I went missing from. you know, is what it is. That's where I lived at the time. Um, and this was, I believe, when George W. Bush was in office. So let's say somewhere 2000 ish, 2001. And the some federal officers show up in East Point to talk to the police because they needed to find out what they knew about God. And they were like, sadly, they knew who they were talking about. There is a woman who has gotten her name changed. She goes by God. Under in the phone book, when there was such a thing as a telephone book, her phone number was listed under God. And she would call them, and it's not funny, and it's not anything to joke about, but the woman did have some mental problems. She firmly believed she was God. So, her believing this, she would call the dispatchers. And Juju, my sister was like, I can't believe the courts allowed that either. Like, she's like, I can't believe the courts allowed that. I couldn't believe it either. I don't know what she did. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she got the phone company to do it. But she did. And they knew her. They knew her. Good night, Flutterbear. Trust me, I understand. As soon as I get done with this, I have to do the same thing, and it sucks. But get some rest, sweetie. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. God. They knew God. She would call. God did have some problems. they had to take God's firearm from them, um, because she was making threats, and apparently she did call the White House and make some serious threats there. And they were like, what are you doing? You can't do this. You can't do that." And they talked to her, and then obviously everyone understood she wasn't quite right in the head, and obviously she didn't have access to any weapons. So she was watched, but she wasn't a harm to herself and others. My sister stopped working for East Point, I believe, in 2014, and that was the last she ever heard of her. I believe the woman had gotten placed in a facility before 2014. I'll have to ask her though. Um, yeah, you know what? I thought after the Old Testament, God said He would get His temper under control too, but maybe it was maybe God needed hormone replacement therapy, because I'm looking into that. I've heard losing those hormones is a bitch. I was like, I don't want to be like God. I don't want to be like, I'm gonna smite everyone. Do not want to be like that. No. So it they did have some people like that would call in and do stuff, and then they had some more serious stuff, and I can tell you, my sister probably hasn't had a good night's sleep in years, and she carries a lot of the trauma. And I've told her, you should really look for another job, and she's like, yeah, but this is what I do, and bless her heart for it. I couldn't do it. I would, the first time, so I'd be in a fight with them. Oh my goodness. But um yeah, that's my sister. And then I'm married. I have my husband, I have my kids. um they're okay if I talk about them, but not get in too much detail, and I respect that. They don't want their real names used, and they don't want people to see images, and I get that. And they're not young kids. um yeah, Juju's right. It does have a high turnover rate. It's easy, not it would be real easy. I would get mad at people, I would yell at people, I'd cry with people. I just couldn't do it. But um obviously I can talk about my cats. They don't really care too much about anything I do. um so you know Meatloaf obviously can't see what I'm doing at all, so I know I went there. Oh, yeah, my cats are great. Some of them are assholes, but yeah, for the most part, they're great. Um, I have one dog, a little Yorkie. She yaps. She thinks she's like the big dog in the house, and she controls everything, and she doesn't. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's that's family stuff right there. Okay, so let's see. What else were we talking about? Because I had a whole jumble of stuff going on. Let's see. Let's see if I can go back through chat and find some of that stuff. Okay, we talked about the surgery. Wee. Oh yeah. So I have a Yorkie, And my husband he's a big guy. Okay. He's like 6'5", no, I'm sorry. He used to be 6'5". He's kind of shrunk a little, but he's like 6'4". And big guy, with a little dog. And Anari is a little Yorkie, but she's not like a teacup. She's just a small Yorkie. And he uh he has my dog extremely spoiled. So Anari does not like to eat dog food. She will eat cat food, but not the dog food. And Anari also has to have a dinner plate made for her each night. She sits beside my husband as he's cutting her dinner up, and then he gives her a plate of food. And she has dinner with my husband every night. It's kind of comical because she's just sitting there, she's waiting, and if he takes too long, she tells him about it. And she's like, tapping him on the leg, like, "Come on, what you doing? I'm hungry here. I'm a little dog. I gotta eat." So yeah, my dog is extremely spoiled. Oh, and yes, the cats are now meowing. My sister-in-law. Oh yes, I have my sister-in-law too. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about you now. She's actually in the room, but I'm gonna talk about her. Yeah, that tiny little dog bosses him around a lot. Oh my god, she tosses him around. She bosses him around so much. Like, "Hey, I want to eat. You're eating a snack. Give me that." It's like, not, no, please, no, just come on, hand it over. But the kitties are in here meowing because my sister-in-law has decided now is a great time for wet food. So they are all like, "Oh yes, yes, we want the food now." And Meatloaf is like the first one over there. He's like, "Yes, I am here, and please feed me now." And Meatloaf is like, "I am not waiting for anyone else. You're going to feed me first." He is also a very demanding cat. Where is everyone? Okay. Yeah, they're all over there. There's four little heads waiting for her, looking around like, "Come on." That's funny because it's true. Excuse me, sir. Small bites. Chop chop. He did, man. The dog is the dog is by far the funniest. My daughter's cat, well, one of my kids' cats. Meatloaf is my daughter's cat. I just take care of Meatloaf. I say he's mine. He's over there. He's like, "Feed me now." And then my other kiddo has a cat. His name is Beryl, and he thinks that he's better than the dog, and the dog is like, "You're not better than me," and they fight all the time. But he has an attitude too. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna feed me. You're gonna let me outside." He caught a snake yesterday. Oh my god! I've been waiting for the lawn people to come because it's been raining a lot, and then the guy that cuts the grass was out of town, so we had to get his son to come do it. But our cat Beryl, oh my goodness, Beryl caught a snake, and he just left it by the garbage can. Like, "There you go. I caught that for you. Just throw that away now." And yes, Meatloaf is how me and Juju met. We were joking. Meatloaf and vacuum cleaners. That is the thing that brought us together and started this whole thing. Me and Juju will have to we're gonna have to set up a podcast though. The cleaning for the Lord. We will teach you how to clean. Oh yes. Okay, so I'm gonna probably stick around here for about maybe 10, 15 more minutes. Um, I'm gonna drop a link if anyone wants to come on, say hey, hang out, whatever. Yay! But yeah, I promise these will get better as I keep going. I do need to sit here and just do a private one day and start, learning what these buttons do and actually make notes and topics and all that other fun stuff. So, oh, yeah, that's about all I got here. What? Okay, I'm stop screen. Ooh, okay, hopefully I didn't just disconnect myself. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Once I get better and I start having actual topics to talk about, I know I'll get way better than this. Actually, prepare something, which is what I'm working on now, and I feel really badly because my day just kind of got all away from me. I had messaged Clearview to see if she could help me out with something, and I was supposed to call her or have a call with her. My day got just ran sideways and ended up having to do some other stuff, and I felt bad. And then she messaged me, and my phone didn't even alert me. Thing has been acting crazy tonight. I swear to God, it's like a ghost in the machine. It's like doing what it wants to do tonight. It's like, nope, 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 nope. We're just gonna do whatever tonight. I'm really surprised it hasn't started playing another video there. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have turned it off while it was charging up. You know what? Actually, let me go ahead and do that now and turn that bad boy off. Because, like, I don't know if it's. My husband said his phone did that too the other day, and we have the same phone. It's like we just bought like four of the phones for us and the kids, and we're like, here, everyone gets the same model phone. Learn how to use it. And I still don't know what it does, so yeah, I can take a screenshot. I got that. I got that down. Oh, I finally figured out how to send a picture in a text message. That happened a few weeks ago. I was very proud of that one. It is oddly overwhelming to get out there. Your brain works great until you go live and then it stops working. That's right, because I had like so much I wanted to talk about and now I can't remember any of it. So I really, 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 really need to start writing the things down and what and topic and what about that topic I wanted to talk about. That would work so much better. Okay. All right. Bye, Miss Cassandra. If I don't know if I'll be here or not when you get back, but if I am, I will see you when you get back. Oh, no, you're fine. Oh, are all the kitties fed? Okay. The kitties just got all their kibble. They're very happy right now. Oh, we have a kitten. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna talk about the kitten for a minute. Juju's gonna be like, no. You know what? Juju is right. Me and her, we need to do a test live. We need to both click around on stuff, figure out how this stuff works. Cause yeah, like I don't I am like I've got how to share a screen. I figured that bad boy out. I figured out how to share the message, like put the messages up on the screen. Next, I want to make like an intro because I also do need to put up there that all of this is for opinion purposes only. But I think everyone here knows this. I'm yeah. I There's things I want to learn to do on here, and I'm getting there. I am slowly but surely getting there. But yes, I am going to talk about this kitten just for a minute. She's cute. She's sweet. She's skittish, but she's sweet. Okay, so my neighbor found a kitten. I don't know where she got this kitten. Um, I'm pretty sure it's one of the ferals that run around here. We haven't had too many um, feral cats that have kittens anymore because my sister-in-law and our neighbor, her friend Kay, my sister's name is Jennifer, so she doesn't mind if I use her name, but Jennifer and Kay have gone around and they have literally fixed every cat in our community except for like five new ones that have showed up. And every year, every kitten season, even last year, someone banged on our back door and we opened the door and there was a box of kittens and a thing of kitten formula. And people would just leave kittens on our doorstep and be like, "There's kittens for you. Take care of them. Yay." And it's like, no, you can't do that. We have to have information about them. It's frustrating too because, you know, you want to help the situation, but there are some of these people that are taking overly advantage of it. So my neighbor is found this kitten and she wanted to keep it. And at the same time, she's also told us she already has a cat that she's having a hard time taking care of. And this little kitten is a baby and it's underweight and it has worms and it needs to see a vet again. And Jennifer's getting it dewormed now and taking care of it. And um yeah, I mean, I would rather them do that than them throw them in a ditch. But it's like, just tell me you're doing it. Let me know what's going on with these cats when you leave them. Because out of the box of kittens, I believe one passed away on us because we didn't know anything about them. We didn't know if they were eating. We didn't know if they'd had a mom. We didn't know anything about them. So yeah, when she found this kitten, she's she's wanting Jennifer to get it fixed and then give it back to her. But this little cat hasn't been socialized. It's not litter box trained, and it needs socialization. And she's got an elderly cat that's got a lot of medical problems, and it's frustrating to me because I just don't want this kitten to get thrown out when it becomes too stressful on the other cat. So we're in the process of getting weight on this little kitten and getting it fixed, and we're just going to go from there and see what happens. Probably it's going to go to a home that's not here. I want to keep the kitten. I'm not going to lie. I want to keep the kitten. Yes, she was looking for the free cat starter kit, is exactly what she was looking for. And normally I would, if it gets a cat a home, hey, I'll go get you some shots for it. I'll go get it fixed. I'll buy you a bag of food. But I want the cat to be able to be taken care of, or the dog, because we have so many, cats, dogs, animals that get thrown around here. One of one of our neighbors was breeding rabbits, and they were told that they couldn't keep the rabbit hutches outside anymore, and they let them go. And it was like, those aren't wild bunnies. You can't just let them go. We ended up catching them and getting them to a rabbit sanctuary. So, it worked out, but you can't just toss a pet. And it just breaks my heart when it happens. But this little kitten is adorable. She's very sweet. She has kitten breath. It's so cute. And she has bright, well, they're not really bright orange eyes, but she has orange eyes and she's solid black. And she's cute and I want to keep her. But I can't. I can't keep her. I want to. I really want to keep that kitten. I have debated keeping that kitten, but I don't think it's time for me to have a kitten yet. Something's telling me not to do it. Mostly because I still miss my other kitty, Mr. Business. Yes, I had a cat named Mr. Business. He was adorable. We had the Business Brothers. We had three kittens that we got all at the same time. It was Mr. Business, Dipper Business, and Nigel Business. Nigel was the silent business partner. He was the one that came and collected the money when you didn't pay up. He's kind of looking at me now like, what are you talking about? And Dipper Business, he's the skittish one that would, just do all the grunt work. So Mr. Business was the CEO. And Mr. Business ended up having some kitty problems, medical problems. And he was 3 when he passed away, and it broke my heart because he was such a good kitty, and I loved him to pieces. He was orange, and he was fluffy, and he was sweet, and he slept in my lap all the time. And I miss him so much. And I want Mr. Business back, but this kitty is not Mr. Business, and really, no cat is ever going to be Mr. Business. But one day I will have another kitty, but not right now. So like I said, my kids, they're to the point where they're moving out. My one daughter is moving to New Mexico. She's gonna take Meatloaf. I'm sad about it. I want to keep Meatloaf. I can't keep Meatloaf. He's not my kitty, but I love him because he is such a good kitty. Yeah, a kitten tummy. Oh my god! And let me tell you about Meatloaf. He has this big furry belly, and I just want to put my hand in his belly and like floof it. But when he gets overstimulated, Meatloaf attacks because he can't see what you're doing, and he'll tear you up because Meatloaf is kind of vicious. He's like, "What are you doing to me? Don't do that." So yeah, I do, and yeah, I'm where Juju is. I want Mr. Business back, and it's like I can't have him back because I he's gone, and I want my kitty back. And this kitty is sweet, and this kitty is cute, but this kitty isn't the same as Mr. Business was. So when the universe finds me another Mr. Business, then I will have another Mr. Business. Yes, like I could totally rub, Mr. Business's belly, and I could, rub under his chin, and he'd start purring and making the biscuits. And see, that was another thing. Mr. Business's claws didn't actually, they didn't pop out when he used his hands. Like he couldn't make biscuits to where his claws came out. He had a problem with his paws. He couldn't climb trees, so he jumped off of everything. He like literally parkoured off of stuff to get high up. It was the funniest thing. Um, if he really pushed down on his paw, he could make his claws pop out, but they just didn't retract like normal cat paws did. And they could never tell me why that happened to him, or how. Um, and then obviously he had this allergy, and there was another condition that he had, but it would cause his mouth to swell. So you know I really miss that cat, and I think about him all the time, and I miss him, and then there's times like when I'm really really missing him. Dipper, who is so skittish and doesn't like to be touched and will literally run from you, will show up and he'll start rubbing on me, and he'll be like, "Hey, hey." Yes, he did. He needed those claws for his business, and he saved those claws. He didn't use them unless he had to, kind of thing. But yeah, Dipper will actually come and love on me, and it's just totally random out of the blue. But it's usually when I've been missing his brother. So it's kind of sad. Kind of like, why did I lose my kitty? But, the one thing is Mr. Business had health problems, and at least, you know, he can go chase his mouse all day long up in heaven and do his little kitty things. And yeah. So now that I'm all, yeah, I'm sorry. I just kind of like, see, I got to stop doing that. I just took that to like a really sad place. I so shouldn't have done that. So, um, on another note, the Walmart is still burning though. The Walmart's still on fire. Apparently, they have not gotten that out yet. The road is still closed. I don't know what caught on fire, but apparently it was something pretty bad. I don't think we're going back to the Peachtree City Walmart anytime soon. Nope. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Walmart is still burning. Aldi was like, not today, not today, Bish. No, 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 not today. Home Depot was like, I'm out of it. I'm not, no, no. Because, okay, where that Walmart is, you go, okay, so there's the Walmart, and then between the Walmart and the Aldi is a Home Depot. So you drive down the road and you see Aldi, Home Depot, Walmart. So it's like I can just imagine them two were yelling at each other. And then Aldi finally just gave it to Walmart, and Walmart blew her lid. Yeah. You might be right, but sadly all the Walmarts are raising their prices. It's like, come on. You're supposed to be the low price leader. You're not leading shit. That smiley face done bounced off the wall. Said I'm out. I ain't got no more rollbacks for you. Okay. On that note, that the Walmart is still burning, I am gonna call it a night. I am gonna pack this up. My computer is saying it wants to update. It's like the second time now. So I guess I should have checked that earlier too. Oops. I am such a bad YouTuber. All right. Well, good night, everyone. I will see y'all next Wednesday when I decide to try this again. Next time with notes. Good night. Okay, we have to end on this one. That's Walmart and Aldi fighting. That is glorious. If Aldi shows up tomorrow with a big smiley face sticker on his on the side of its building, we will know what happened. Absolutely. Good night, everyone. Have a good night.